All right.
We went on the vowel side. More vowels here. Even the even the length of the last name.
All right, we could start our reorganization meeting. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by sending notices on December 20th, 2013 to the Record and the Ridgewood News, positioning notice on the bulletin board in the lobby of the Borough Hall, and filing a notice of this meeting with the municipal clerk. Again, I'd like to remind members of the public that we have 3 fire exits in council chambers, 2 to the front and 1 to the rear. We're on the record. Everything that is being said is being recorded, both audio and video. If a member of the public wishes to speak during the public portion of the meeting, they can only give us their name and address, and we will hear their statement or try to answer any questions that they may have. Can we all stand for a moment of silent prayer or reflection? Thank you. Madam Clerk, can I have a roll call?
Here.
Councilman Constretta?
Present.
Councilman Capola?
Here.
Councilman McMillan?
Here.
Councilman Caballero?
Here.
And Mayor Mascarotola.
Present. All right. Before announcing the 2013 election results, I'd like just to recognize certain public officials that we have with us this morning. We have our Assemblyman Tim Eustace. We have our Assemblyman Joe Lagana. We have Freeholder Tracy Solmazur. Thank you. Tracy, you're going to do the swearing in, right?
Yes.
Okay. Madam Clerk, can you announce the 2013 election results?
Edward McMillan for 3 years as councilman 2014 to 2016. Ellen Bastide for 3 years as councilwoman 2014 to 2016.
All right. Ed, ready to do your oath of office?
Yes, sir, Mayor.
Want to have any members of your family want to call up? Let's go down to the table here.
What do I?
You brought your Bible, great. Ready? Ready, Mary. Okay. After I pronounce your name. I, Edward McGill, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
That I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
that I will bear
True faith and allegiance
to the same and to the government established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people. And I,
Edward Mignone,
do solemnly swear that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all of the duties of the office of councilman
to the
best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations.
thank, I know Councilmember Erlani isn't here, but for his service, and congratulate Councilmember Leon as well. For those of us who put ourselves out for public service, you put your whole heart and soul into it, and it is a lot of time away from your family, and it is a lot of dedication that you show to the community. So I want to thank everyone who's on this dais for their service to the community of Ridgewood, and I want to thank Ellen for the honor of allowing me to swear her in this morning. Can I ask you her name?
We have one.
Okay. Okay. I state your name.
I, Ellen Muskie,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the government established in the United States
and to the government established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I state your name.
I, Ellen Muskie,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of the office of councilwoman
perform all the duties of the office of councilwoman
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Between such luminaries, I mean, I forget. This is we have to remember to come to this.
No longer in the children's table.
Full arms.
All right, Madam Clerk, can I have a roll call of our new council?
Yes, ma'am. Councilwoman Murphy?
Here.
Councilman Coppola?
Here.
Councilwoman Bastide?
Here.
Councilman McMillan?
Here.
Councilman Eccleston?
Present.
Councilman Papaleo?
Here.
And Mayor Muscaratola?
Present. I'd like to invite Father Tom Quinn up for our invocation.
Mr. Mayor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the Borough Council, my brothers and sisters, thank you for the privilege of asking me to offer the invocation at this inaugural meeting of the Borough Council for 2014. I extend warmest wishes and blessings from my pastor, Father Michael Sheehan, pastor of St. Peter the Apostle Church. Let us pray. Heavenly and loving Lord, you remind us in the Psalms that if the Lord does not build the home, in vain do the laborers work. If the Lord does not keep watch, in vain does the watchman keep vigil. Lord, we know that it is through your grace and your help that we receive all good blessings from you. And we are reminded by the prophet Isaiah, this is the service that I seek, sharing your bread with the hungry, sheltering the oppressed and the homeless, clothing the naked when you see them, and not turning your back on your own. Then your light shall break forth like the dawn, and your afflictions shall be quickly healed. Your vindication shall go before you, and the glory of the Lord shall be your rear guard. Heavenly and loving Lord, we ask your blessings upon the municipal government of the Borough of River Edge today and in the year to come. Please bless our mayor and the members of our council. Please bless also all those who work for the Borough of River Edge. Police, firefighters, emergency medical personnel, custodial staff, teachers, and all who work so hard to help all the citizens of River Edge live in a community where they enjoy prosperity, peace, the opportunity to raise and see their families flourish, and the opportunity to reach out to those who are in need. Lord, bring your blessings and your strength and your wisdom and your guidance upon this council and upon all here present and our families. Help us to know every day that your loving and strengthening graces are with us, and help us to recognize every day that we need your protection and your light to see us through this day and this year. We give you thanks and ask your blessings. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, I'd like to invite up Fire Chief John Malvey. I'd like to present Fire Chief John Malvey with a plaque of recognition, given in grateful recognition of your dedication to the safety of the borough residents and your leadership and inspiration and courageous service to the River Edge Fire Department. This is me, the council, our fire liaison, Tom Papaleo. I want to personally thank you, John, because I had the privilege of working alongside you during Hurricane Sandy at the firehouse, spent many hours together, and under your watch and your leadership with your men and women, I saw you do a great job with two of the major storms to ever hit River Edge in a century. So it's with grateful appreciation that I give you this plaque. Our next order of business is the election of council president for 2014. Do I have any motions?
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that Councilwoman Kathleen Murphy be our next council president.
Second that.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? Can I have a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Murphy?
Yes.
Councilman Chipola?
Yes.
Councilwoman Baptiste?
Yes.
Councilman Vignon?
Yes.
Councilman Acrocetta?
Yes.
And Councilman Papaleo?
Yes.
Thank you.
I want to thank my fellow council members for this honor, and I appreciate it. And I hope to work closely with everybody and keep the lines of communication open. Tom did a great job last year, and I would hope to do half as good a job as you did. So, thank you.
All right, great. I'd like to have a motion to open the meeting to the public on any agenda items.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Would any member of the public like to speak on any item on our agenda this morning? Assemblyman Eustace. And Assemblyman Lagana.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We just want to take a moment to first thank the council members who spend their time and efforts legislating for your borough. On behalf of Senator Gordon, Assemblyman-elect Lagana, and myself, we want to congratulate Ellen Bastide and Ed Mignone for their elections. I would like to give them certificates, if you don't mind.
Great, great. Want to come down?
Sure. Can you come down?
Photo op. Photo op.
Happy New Year. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Oh, happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Happy New Year.
I can have a motion to close the meeting to the public on the agenda items.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. All standing committees and special committees are hereby dissolved. All individual appointments are terminated and relieved of their offices and duties, and all indeterminate appointments are dissolved, which were by resolution at the last reorganization meeting in 2013. The appointments this year are listed on the second page of the agenda. Can I have a motion to approve the appointment of Thomas A. Sarlo as Borough Attorney?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
To approve the reappointment of Gina Colagero as, I'm gonna read these out for the record, and then we can take them by consent unless any member of the council wishes to pull out for separate consideration and vote any of the appointments. All right, to reappoint Gina Colagero as the municipal prosecutor, reappoint Mark D. Ramundo, Esquire, as the alternate municipal prosecutor, approve the appointment of Jeffrey T. Carney as the municipal public defender, approve the reappointment of Matthew Giacobbe, Esquire, as labor attorney, approve the reappointment of Rogan McCarthy, LLC, as bond counsel, approve the reappointment of Alamo Insurance Group as risk manager, approve the reappointment of Ferrioli, Wilcox, Cerullo, and Cuva as auditors, approve the reappointment of Alan Spinella, Esquire, as tax appeal attorney.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any abstentions? Any opposed? Thank you. Next is the Finance Committee as follows. Councilman Mignone, Chair. Councilwoman Murphy. It should say Councilwoman. Councilwoman Bastide. And Councilman Coppola as the alternate. Approve the appointments to the Insurance Committee of myself and Councilman Papaleo. Approve the liaisons this year to the various departments. DPW is Ed Mignone. Police is Councilman Papaleo. Fire is Councilman Papaleo. Recreation is Councilman Coppola. Shade Tree Commission, Councilwoman Murphy. Construction is Councilman Acquafreda. Property Management, Councilman Acquafreda. Library, Councilwoman Murphy. Senior Citizens, Councilwoman Bastide. Historic Preservation. Councilman Coppola is co-liaison to SCORE. Historic Preservation, Councilwoman Bastide. Environmental Protection, Councilwoman Murphy. Beautification, Councilman Coppola. Green Team, Councilwoman Murphy. Traffic and Safety, Councilwoman Bastide. Zoning and Redevelopment, Councilman Mignone. Planning, Councilman Aquafreda. River Edge and Riverdale Schools, Councilman Aquafreda. Drug and Alcohol Alliance, Councilman Papaleo. The Ambulance Service, myself. The Zoning Board, Councilman Mignon, and Redevelopment, Councilman Mignon. I think we listed that twice.
But you wanted to do separately.
Okay. Can I have a motion for those appointments and liaisons?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstained? Thank you. All right, next we have subcommittees. Personnel, myself, Councilman Papaleo, Councilman Mignon. Contracts, myself, Councilman Coppola, Councilwoman Murphy, and our Borough Attorney. The Sewer Subcommittee, our Borough Administrator, Alan Negrian, our Engineer, Mr. Costa, our DPW Superintendent, John Lynch, Councilman Mignon, and myself. River Edge Alliance Against Alcohol and Drug Abuse. Chair is Marie Papaleo, Councilman Papaleo, Lisa Beltoff, and Kevin Smith. The New Milford River Edge Shared Services, Councilwoman Murphy, Councilman Mignon, myself. Oradell River Edge Shared Services, Councilman Murphy, Councilwoman Murphy, Councilman Mignon. Technology Committee, Councilman Aquafreda, Councilwoman Murphy, Councilman Coppola. Special events, we have Councilwoman Bastide and Councilman Coppola as co-chairs. We have former Councilman Alphonse Bartoloni as a member, Maxine Rumsby, Bobby Conway, Terry Plutnicki, Peter Dunsey, Bill Watkins, and Alexandria Plutnicki.
There is one other person, Rich D'Antoni, who is Oradell.
You want to make a motion to include him?
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to include him.
Richard D'Antoni?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
D-A-N-T-O-N-I.
Is there a second for Richard D'Antoni?
I'll second that.
All right, can I have a vote? All in favor on those subcommittee appointments?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstained? All right, next is our redevelopment. Again, that's Councilman Mignon, and our Citizen Budget Committee, very important committee, made up of the entire mayor and council, our borough administrator, citizen members Al Ruhlman, Kenneth Krautheim, Anthony Barberi, Michael Ginch, and Kathleen Caslin. Can I have a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we have the following for our Fire Prevention Bureau. Alan Silverman, Tom Smith, Craig Mayoki, Kenneth Fannin, and Kevin Joyce for Fire Prevention Bureau. Can I have a motion and a second?
You forgot William Drew.
Oh, I forgot William Drew, okay.
And then do those at the end as consent or something, or no? Have you listed as consent?
All right, you have them listed by consent? All right, then let me just read them into the record. Next, for the Fire Department. Incoming Chief Greg Caretti, Assistant Chief Eric Schultz, Deputy Chief William McCrae, Captain James Rush, Captain Leonard Koyman, First Lieutenant Frank Puglisi, First Lieutenant Edward Trinkleback, Second Lieutenant Timothy Carroll, Second Lieutenant Jason Coleman, all effective January 1st, 2014. Next is the appointment of Police Chief Caretti for the representative to the Traffic and Safety Committee, Albert Ruhlman, Catherine O'Donnell, all to Traffic and Safety. To the Planning Board, James Arakelian, Ellen Boland, Councilman Aquafreda for the Class 3 position, Jeffrey Gerwitz, and all effective January 1st, 2014. For the Library Board of Trustees, Linda Smith, Patricia Dalton, Janet Boyd, Cindy Catry, all to the Library Board of Trustees effective January 1. To the Beautification Committee, Michelle Caretti, Karen Sabatello, Mary Lou Ronick, Renee Brune, Greg Caretti, Ellen Gloria, Gary Esposito, Eloise Teitchen, Virginia Cordaweg, Dan Bruin, Robert Don Diego, Christine Alexiou, all to terms on the Beautification Committee. To our safety delegate, Superintendent John Lynch and Sam Yanovich, our health officer, as the alternate. For our Board of Health, Patricia Courts, for a 3-year term. For Zoning Board of Adjustment, Gary Esposito, Lou Grasso, which I see in the audience here, John Ivanko to the Zoning Board. For the Historic Preservation, Sarah Teresa Bartoloni, Judy Sussman, Mary Donahue. Appointments to the Environmental Protection Commission, Cheryl Courts, Vito Aquafreda, Greg Ogden, Gennaro Rotello, and Alphonse Bartoloni. To the Rent Leveling Board, Kathy Bounds, Jeff Smith, Noreen Scala, Michael O'Day, and Kevin Connors. That was Rent Leveling Board. Shade Tree Commission, reappointment of Elizabeth Stewart and Liz Anivas. And for Recreation Commission, Chris Ilg.
He's here.
He's here, okay. All right, if there are any members of the audience that were appointed, well, first let me do the appointment. Can I have a motion for those appointments?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Did everybody vote? All right. Any opposed, any abstained? All right, thank you. If there are any members in our audience who have been appointed to any of the boards or commissions and they would wish to take their oath of office, then we can do that now. They can just stand in place and I'll give them their oath. Is there anybody here? Great.
Do you have a blank in your drawer, Mayor?
What?
Do you have a blank oath in your drawer?
Do I have a blank oath in my drawer?
Just remind them that this is blank in the other drawer.
Sorry. After you're sworn, you'll go into the clerk's office and you'll sign your oath of office. For anybody that's not here at the first meeting when you have your reorganization and elect a chair, all of the other members will have to, at some point, take their oath or come to the clerk's office and sign the form.
Mayor, I think your partner, the Zoom team, and Marie Capoeira was the only person that was the new member. We forgot to put it on the agenda. Would you like to just add that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll vote on that separately.
You didn't put,
That's part of the,
you didn't put Marie
no, wait a
Capoeira?
minute, wait a minute.
No.
I know, that's,
Green is missing.
Does the whole green team have to be reappointed?
No, they're all,
No, they have staggered terms.
Okay, so we're just adding Marie. Okay.
You want to make that motion?
I make the motion.
Second.
Can you state the motion, council, so it's clear?
Yes, that, for how long the term?
6 years.
2 years. I make a motion that Marie Papaleo be added to the green team for a term of 2 years.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstained? Thank you. All right. For our wonderful volunteers right here, if everyone could please raise your right hand. After the word "I," please state your name. I. Do solemnly swear. That I will bear true faith. And allegiance. No, this form of the oath is from 1978.
Do you want me to get you in the one in the other room?
That went out.
Remain
Started.
I don't know there's something wrong with it.
How different is it?
Not that big.
Gas prices are low.
I swear to take up arms for my country.
You know, sometimes when you're an attorney and you're acting as mayor and you see that there's some type of defect. Here we go. You ready? I state your name.
I, Leon Coprano.
I solemnly swear or affirm.
I solemnly swear or affirm.
I will support. The Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
The Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
I will bear true faith.
I will bear true faith.
And allegiance to the same.
And allegiance to the same.
And to the government.
And to the government.
Established in the United States.
Established in the United States.
And in this state.
And in this state.
Under the authority of the people.
Under the authority of the people.
And I solemnly swear or affirm.
And I solemnly swear or affirm.
That I will faithfully. Impartially. And justly perform. All the duties of my office. To the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations.
Anyone left sitting down gets on the, but gets put on another committee.
Snow shoveling.
This be part of the mayor's wellness campaign. walking
Yes,
up and down.
yes.
1,000 of the 10,000 steps you need a day.
No. We could have that's perfect, Steve.
All right, I'd like to recognize from the floor Senator Robert Gordon is in our audience. Senator.
Thank you, Mayor and Council, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here really just to wish you all the best as you begin taking up the challenges of the coming year. I don't have to tell you that the fiscal difficulties of the state are not getting any better. In fact, the situation is likely to be much more difficult, and that means it becomes more of a challenge to provide municipal aid and the financial support that we would like to provide to our municipalities. I don't have to tell you that protecting the taxpayers of River Edge will require some creativity and probably no small amount of political courage to provide the services that we need to provide without imposing a greater financial burden on our taxpayers. I want to say that I, along with my two assembly partners, some of them Tim Eustace, who I believe was here already, and soon-to-be Assemblyman Joe Lagana, stand ready to work with you in partnership as we have in the past to confront those challenges. And for Ellen, a special message. As I like to tell all newly elected members of municipal councils, I had the opportunity during the course of about 30 years or so of serving at every level of government. I was in Washington, of course now in the state, and I had the privilege of serving on the Fairlawn Council for 10 years as a mayor and a council member. And looking back on that experience, I have to say that some of the most satisfying times I had in government service were at the local level, because one person truly can have an impact on things. If you have a good idea and you can convince a majority of people sitting around a conference table the merit of your idea, you have an impact on public policy that affects the lives of your neighbors. You know, I found that terribly satisfying. I only wish for you, as you take up begin this new chapter in your career, that you derive as much satisfaction from your service here in River Edge as I did in Fairlawn. And as someone who I know is in politics because of your interest in public policy, I have no doubt that you're going to do some exciting things here in River Edge. So I want to wish you the best, and of course to the council and everyone, my best wishes for a happy, healthy, and prosperous new year. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. All right, we have ordinances on for first reading. Ordinance 1795. Madam Clerk, could you read the title of that ordinance?
An ordinance to fix the salary, wage, and compensation of the officers and employees of the Borough of River Edge, the County of Bergen, and the State of New Jersey for the year 2014, Mayor of the Department of Public Works.
All right, can I have a motion to adopt this ordinance on first reading?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstained? Thank you. Madam Clerk, could you read the title to ordinance number 1796?
An ordinance to fix the salary, wage, and compensation of the officers and employees of the Borough of River Edge, the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey for the Police Department.
All right. Can I have a motion to adopt this ordinance on first reading?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstained? Thank you. Madam Clerk, could you read the title to ordinance number 1797?
An ordinance to fix the salary, wage, and compensation of the officers and employees of the Borough of River Edge in the County of Bergen, the State of New Jersey for the year 2014, raised for the non-contractual employees.
Can I have a motion to move this ordinance on first reading?
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? Thank you. Resolutions that are on our consent agenda. Would any member of the council want to pull out for separate vote, consideration, discussion, any of the resolutions before we move them by consent? All right.
Mayor, 1401, please.
1401. All right. 1401 is the adoption of the bylaws of the River Edge Mayor and Council. Let's have a separate vote on the adoption of the bylaws. Before we get into an extended discussion on them, I will just say that Councilman Mignon, former Councilman Bartoloni and I worked on sets of bylaws since late 2012. We came to an agreement on, I guess, 95% of the bylaws. The only issue I still find with I think the bylaws are a vast improvement over the 1927 bylaws. I think they comply with the Open Public Meetings Act. I think they comply with the Open Public Records Act. I think it gives the members of the public an opportunity to comment on issues affecting their interest during the meeting. I think there are safeguards in the proposed bylaws regarding when the agenda is prepared and how things are listed that are all a vast improvement. The only issue I have is the appointment of liaisons, which I think is as I understand it, and our borough attorney can give us his legal opinion, but as I understand it, nominations for committees and subcommittees and liaisons are made by the mayor and then approved by the consent of council. Under the proposed bylaws, the mayor doesn't make the nominations. The council decide amongst themselves who the liaisons are. I think it opens up a can of worms because council changes, the members of the governing body change, as does the mayor. The mayor's spot changes once every 4 years. The council changes once every 3 years. There has to be some type of consistency with the appointment of liaisons who communicate and then bring their reports back to the general public. So I would, that's the only issue I really have with the proposed bylaws. Other than that, I think that they're fine.
Do we continue?
Yeah.
On 1401?
Yeah, we're going to have a separate vote on it. You asked for a separate vote,
Yes,
right?
I did. I share your concerns. I do. For the sake of uniformity and general support of the document, I will vote for the document, but with the understanding that it does need to be improved, especially the section that governs how the council arrives at nominating liaisons. Do we need to have a special meeting of all 6 council people? Who takes the lead? I mean, this year, the outgoing council president kind of took the lead and contacted all of us, and, you know, we reached an understanding, an agreement. But what if the outgoing council president is not re-elected for the following year? What if 2 of the 6 present council people are not re-elected? Is it fair that then the outgoing council decides on the new council's liaisons? So I just need that entire section needs to be greatly expanded to clearly spell out what is the order, what is the procedure. And of course, and again, I have to go back to my past life, the president assigned all committees member, and it was his board. It was his board, it was his president. Some may say, well, in that case, the president was elected by the already elected board member. In this case, we're elected by the public. So that there is a difference there, parliamentary versus popular vote. But still, the fact is the mayor is in charge of the town. And when there is a problem, when there is an issue, the first person we go to is the mayor, then the council, even though the town here is run by the council with the mayor's approval. So I came to realize that maybe We just need to clearly spell out, how do we get this done? How do we get this done? How do we get this done without infringing on the Oprah law and by keeping everything very transparent? But again, I will support the existing bylaws, because we do need bylaws. And that's why I wanted to call for a separate vote to express my views as well.
Ed?
Mayor? I agree with what you're saying, Councilman, that there may be a need to have some more procedures in place about deciding liaisons, but I don't think we should forget there is a separation of powers issue. The mayor is an executive elected separately, the council liaisons historically, and we have documents going back into, I believe, the 1980s that Alan has given us memos on how council liaisonships have been handled in this borough for many, many years, and it's always been the purview of the council. These are council liaisons. We're not mayor liaisons to the department. The mayor, by his role, is liaison to any and all departments and any department head he wants to be part of. But I think we're representing the council. We're separately elected from the mayor, and I think there's a role for the council president. As you were saying with the school board, the president of the school board is analogous to the council president. So I think if we can come up with some procedures, I agree with you that we can, for those scenarios you were talking about, I don't have a problem with that. So.
Okay. Roll call. This is on 1401.
Councilwoman Murphy?
I would agree with the veto, and I will vote yes, and hopefully we can continue to work on it.
Councilman Capola?
Yes.
Councilwoman McSteed?
Yes.
Councilman McMillan?
Yes.
Councilman Castretta?
Yes.
And Councilman Capola?
Yes. All right, great. And can we do 14-02 up to 14-61 by consent?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstained? All right. Can we get our finance chair, Councilman Mignon, to do 14-62?
Thank you, Mayor. Whereas vouchers for the payments of goods and services rendered to the Borough of River Edge have been received, and whereas each bill has been checked by the receiving department, approved by the Chief Financial Officer and Borough Clerk, and reviewed by the 3 members of the Finance Committee, now therefore be it resolved that bills as listed now be confirmed for payment from the appropriate funds as follows. Current account, $1,683,783.25. So moved.
Second.
Which one is that? 1401? There was a motion and a second? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, our borough attorney just pointed out an error in the adoption of 14-01, the bylaws. The resolution form itself at the end says that it's effective January 1, 2013, and it should be January 1, 2014. So with that correction, can I just have a motion to adopt it as amended?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstained? Thank you. All right. All our business is done, ladies and gentlemen. Now we will open to the public on any issue affecting your interest. Can I have a motion open to the public?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Would any member of the public like to speak? Yes.
Yes, Mayor, John Malby, 770 Oak Avenue, and now ex-chief of the fire department. I just want to take this opportunity to say thanks to everyone up there for your support. I couldn't have done it without you. Also, for all the people that were surrounding me, my liaison, Councilman Papaleo, the borough clerk, Denise, and the administrator, Alan. Thank you very much for everything you've done. The girls in the finance office were terrific, helping me with the budget. That was a big help for me in the whole process. And lastly, I'd like to wish Greg all the support and congratulations, and bring us home safe. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? All right, can I have a motion to close the hearing to the public?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Any final comments?
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to congratulate Councilwoman Bastide on joining this council. I know that this will be a wonderful experience for her. I'd like to congratulate Councilman Mignon on his reelection. This is a great honor to serve the town, and it's one that I've been enjoying for the last 2 years. But I've been enjoying it with a lot of help and mentoring, and in many different ways. But I'd like to just draw attention or focus upon retired Chief John Malvey. The chief taught me to be liaison in many ways, and my working with him was a great experience, and I want to thank him for that. And I also want to thank him for, and the rest of the department, and especially Greg, who's not taking over as chief, for all the work they did with all the emergencies in the borough. You know, we had the ice storm, we had Hurricane Sandy, we had so many crises, and they were always there. And the chief, John Malvey, his leadership in dealing with all of the emergency needs, working with the police department, working with the council, working between the companies, and he did a great job. And I'm proud and honored to have worked with him and to know him. And so I just say, again, thank you, John. You are a great man, and you have served this borough well.
Thank you. Anything?
Just to echo Tom, certainly congratulate Ellen and welcome. You'll soon realize what you got yourself into. And I didn't say that just to get a laugh, but I mean it. You'll soon realize what you got yourself into. And certainly Ed. And I mean, I spoke of Alphonse when he was here. I'm looking forward to work with the council in this my second year, and especially in close contact with the mayor and Ed, and for the purpose to keep pushing forth the redevelopment of the town, which is the linchpin to the success of the town. No matter how we want to sugarcoat this, the successful redevelopment of the town that maybe starts at the southern end, because it's the more obvious area, but certainly includes the entire Kinderkamak Road corridor, has to be on the forefront. The Hoffman Coup construction, that has to be seen as a start. We cannot become complacent. We will not become complacent. Although we realize that these are things that don't take weeks or months, and sometimes, as we found out, years. But we're ready for the challenge, and I'll do everything I can professionally to offer those services to the town, and working closely with Ed and kind of assist him in any way, shape, or form that it may be needed. A word of thanks to Chief Mowdy, another one of my old assistant soccer coaches, and for the job well done. And I know we're going from good to good with you, Chief-elect Caretti. And thank you all for coming, and a Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I want to start by thanking Father Tom, although I think he left.
He did.
Father Tom's been with us since the summer, I believe, and he's really made River Edge his hometown already, and he's a wonderful guy. We're glad to have him in the parish. I was thankful he came and gave us the invitation this morning. I want to thank all the volunteers, Chief Malvey, for accepting these positions, the volunteer positions, and putting in the time that really make this town the great town that it is. And on that note, I'd also like to re-express my gratitude to the voters of River Edge for giving me the honor and privilege to serve another term on the council. I'd like to commend Councilman Papaleo. I think he was an Admiral Council President the last year. He kept the council informed. He worked to find common ground, and he had to deal with a council full of, I'll say, strong and maybe diverse personalities. And I welcome Councilwoman Murphy to this role. I welcome Alan to the council. Look forward to working with you and your perspective, and I know you'll make some great contributions in the future. I'd also like to take a moment to thank our police chief, Tom Caretti. It was a pleasure serving as police liaison the past 3 years. I know he's not here this morning, but I want to thank him for the insight and education he gave me on all police matters. From the ranking officers, the patrol, the civilian division of the department, I've seen what first-class professionals we have in this town, and the residents need to know how well served we are by the police department we have. They're a bunch of great men and women. I got to thank my wife, Cheryl, my boys, for allowing me to undertake a re-election campaign, understanding and accepting my commitment to serve another term. I do recognize and understand what this responsibility does and the impact it has. And I'm grateful to have a supportive wife and children. I wouldn't be able to do this without them. As far as the coming year and beyond go, the challenges we faced over the past 3 years persist. Our financial position is stronger than it's been in a long time, but we're still faced with the challenges of living within our means in terms of the tax levy, the budget appropriation caps, declining revenues and surplus. Echoing what Councilman Caretti said, we've seen some good development and redevelopment projects, but they're not coming to fruition fast enough, or even at all, due to economic or other reasons. We need to stay on top of that. And I believe that River Edge is moving forward, and despite the challenges, the next 3 years offer great opportunities and great promise, and I think we'll make even more progress together. In closing, I'm sure we'll have our differences, and I'll ask the Mayor and Council what I asked for 3 years ago, that when we disagree, let's not be disagreeable. Let's accept alternative viewpoints and honest differences of opinion as just that. I know we all have the best interests of the town at heart, and let's strive to find common ground and work towards solutions. Thank you again, and best wishes for a happy, healthy, and safe New Year to everyone.
Thank you, Ed. Ellen?
Thank you, Mayor. I want to thank all of you for coming today, and I want to thank the outgoing Councilman Alphonse Bartoloni for his 3 years of service. He's made some very positive contributions to the council, and the borough is better for it, so thank you to Councilman Bartoloni. Congratulations to Councilman Mignon. I'm very much looking forward to joining all of you, working hard every day on behalf of the people of River Edge, and I thank you for the support you showed me in the election, and I'm eager to get started. I'd like to thank my husband Colin and my daughter Claire and my son Brian for all of their support throughout the campaign. It was an experience, I'll say the least. All of my wonderful friends and the unbelievable mentors I've met along the way that have brought me to this place. But I'd be remiss to not recognize my parents, who were probably the best mentors anyone could have, and showing me the value and reward of public service at an early age, so thank you. And I want to thank all of our volunteers and outgoing Chief Mouthy and incoming Chief Caretti for helping to keep the borough safe, and I wish you all a very happy New Year. Thank you.
Anthony?
Thank you, Mayor. I also want to wish everyone a happy and healthy New Year. Congratulations to Councilman Mignon and Councilwoman Bastide. And Councilwoman Bastide, you are sitting on a treasure trove of candies here. I was asked to give up my seat reluctantly, so guard the stash. Also, congratulations to Councilwoman Murphy on her council presidentship. I also want to thank Denise and Council Sarlo and Alan. They are the cornerstone so intricate to this town running. So thank you so much for all your hard work. I also want to thank us, our mayor and council. It's not an easy job. You put yourself on the line on so many ways, and it's an honor to serve here in this aspect to the town, and we are servants. I know sometimes you hear jokingly, oh, they're politicians, stuff like that. In my opinion, not this mayor and council. We disagree, we have fights, but I truly believe everyone up here is up here for the love of the town, to better the place that we live. We are you. We're not, you know, some Fox News bashing of politicians. That's not this.
And also want to thank the people here, our townspeople. Please, I hope to see you in 2014 at these meetings, that you'll see how our town is run, and we need you. So thank you, everybody.
Kathleen?
I want to thank everyone for coming. Thank you to Ellen for joining us. Congratulations. I think we have a good team here, and we have a lot of work ahead of us. Ed, you know, you're invaluable to the process, so thank you for helping in your capacity. And that's it. I just look forward to a lot of progress this year. We have a lot to do. So thank you for coming, and Happy New Year.
All right, and I just want to say thank you for attending. During the year, we have meetings where just a handful of people show up, 2 or 3 people. That could be a reflection that we're doing a good job. That could be a reflection that nobody cares. We have other meetings where we have a packed house, where we have items on the agenda that have hit the press, and they're of public importance. And we enjoy those meetings too, because it keeps our feet to the fire. I do want to say congratulations to Ed and Ellen. I know why Ellen got involved, because she's very involved in the community for so many different organizations and on the planning board, and she's going to make a fine council president. And we're going to work together this coming year on many pedestrian improvements that we want to see. We want to see improvements to the Kinderkamak Road corridor, because it's really the main artery of our town, and all of our commercial district runs through it. I want to congratulate Ed Mignone. Ed, I want to thank you for giving me the honor of swearing you in, and because it was an honor. Ed is our senior veteran now of the council, and I can understand when you run for elected office the first time, not knowing what you're getting into. I think it takes real courage to run in this political climate for re-election, and Ed had some real political courage going into this, knowing what being here for 3 years and knowing what the job is and knowing how much effort you have to put into it. Many people think you just show for a couple of meetings a month. It's not true. It's much more than that. If you just take a look at the agenda, you'll see all of the work that all of the council members do on committees and commissions and subcommittees, and they're just not here to keep a seat warm. They're here to work with our dedicated staff and employees, and the hundreds and hundreds of volunteers that River Edge has, that makes it great, and is what gives River Edge a statewide reputation for being a volunteer community. And I'm the #1 fan of that. And so we have dedicated volunteers like our Fire Chief John Mouthy, who just did 2 years of what could be equivalent to getting commissioned in a war zone. Some of it was some of the time River Edge looked like a war zone when we had those massive natural disasters. And John and his men and women had their feet on the ground, and they got us through it safely with the help of our other emergency responders, the ambulance and the police, and who could forget our DPW, that's a great job that they did. And I'm honored and privileged to serve as mayor going through that disaster. I hope it's not repeated during during the next 2 years of my term. I hope we don't have any more natural disasters, because we want to get things done. I think I brought a vision to the council when I was elected, that we all get along, and I think we are all on the same page. We understand that we have to, the only way we're going to stabilize or try to reduce property taxes is to is to be more attractive for commercial development, to be more business-friendly than the reputation we may have had years and years ago. So this year, I would like council to focus on what we started last year at the end by developing a business improvement district that we could have along the Kinderkamak Road corridor by working towards redevelopment. I'm looking forward to the ribbon cutting with all of you for the new shopping center. We have the New Bridge Landing Shopping Center. And I think and I hope that's going to be at the end of February, the beginning of March. They're making a lot of progress down there. They've completed the one building, and they're finishing completion of the second building, and they're building the new retaining wall in the back, which is a very expensive project. I think it's about a $20 million project or so. I want to work this year towards completing Phase 1 of the Grove Street parking area, because I think that's a major linchpin to show the business community or a business improvement district that we are willing to partner, that this mayor and council is willing to partner with the business community to help them become more successful and to and to keep our businesses that are here in town from leaving and to attract new businesses. At the same time, we have to work towards redevelopment of our southern part of town by the train station, either by having a study done regarding the zoning of that area, or potentially some property acquisitions that we could look towards. I think a project of that magnitude would require us to have other partners, not just a business improvement district, but partners with the County Economic Development Authority, the State Economic Development Authority. New Jersey Transit, of course, would be a partner in that. We have to bring everybody to the table and find some consensus or common ground. And then finally, I would like to look towards making progress on a dedicated community center that River Edge can have. We have a very active Mayor's Wellness Program where we're in different locations at different times. We have needs for recreation from our recreation department for use of a community center. We have senior citizens who are in need of more senior activities that could use a community center. And we don't have to do it all at once. We have to be creative. We have to think outside the box. But I know that we can get this done, and we can move forward with it in 2014. So I want to wish everybody a happy and healthy New Year, 2014. I hope during the year that you have a chance to come and see us at a council meeting to say hello, and we look forward to working with you and my council throughout the rest of the year. Thank you. Oh, we are having coffee and juice and refreshments next door in the public safety room, and everybody is invited. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.